motherfucker. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, motherfucker. Black Pedro in the building, bitches. Black Pedro in the motherfucking house. Yeah. Okay, that was
Sometimes you just gotta let Shane go. You know what I mean? It's like
that was called the Black Pedro in the Building song. We're releasing it August 10th.
Yes.
So look out for it, people.
Savage AF is the show, y'all. We appreciate y'all every day being here with us Monday through Friday. I'm your boy Black Pedro, as Shang mentioned. He is Shang.
I am Shang, comedian Shang, aka Black Pedro in the house. Yeah, there he is. I'm sorry.
AKA Uncle Stabby. You know what it is.
AKA Uncle Stabby, aka Rip Stages Down, AKA Wow, my left toe. I can't feel it. I don't know what's wrong.
Stubbing
can't
of the
feel my left toe. Can't feel my left toe.
Oh no, not the toe. We're here with that same old shit. Fuck your feelings is our motto. Facts matter. We're here Monday through Friday. Mondays and Friday, typically we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tuesday through Thursday, typically we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Pacific Standard Time. Forgive us if we miss a day or two. Niggas have real lives.
The way you said
Pacific. I didn't do my verbal warm-up exercise today.
Yes,
because the big black bug bled blue blood.
That's a good one. She sells down near the seashore.
Red leather, yellow leather, polyester, pleather leather. All right, we got
sells pussy down near the seashore.
Whoa, where you at? Atlantic City? Were you in AC? All right. All right, man. Savage AF, we're here live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously.
Yes.
If you don't catch us there, make sure you get us on the YouTubes, both of them. YouTube.com/C/SavageAFWorld, all one word. It's there on the screen for you. But if you're listening, YouTube.com/C/SavageAFWorld. That's the YouTube page. And then when you go there, what do they need to do, Shane? Specific actions need to occur.
Yeah, right. You can't just don't
just be going to the page.
All right, just go to the page. And then once you type it in, you know what you do? You have to subscribe. And that's what we're all about. As you can see, if you see behind the YouTube, there says subscribe now, damn it. Damn it, subscribe now. So make sure you tell your friends to subscribe. And I hope that you guys get a chance to go to the podcast version of the show, which is on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. But we're changing it up today because now Pedro got to rap it. He can't sing it. It got to be a rap instead of a sing, because we already had the R&B tone flavor, the chocolate mocha flavor of Pedro, but now we need the hip hop street, okay, go ahead. So you got to rhyme something with the SoundCloud, but go ahead, get it.
We on the sound to the cloud. You better play it loud. If you don't, we'll kill you. Covered in the shroud. Rah.
Okay, that was it. That was
rah.
Okay, that was bad.
Sound to the cloud. Better play it loud.
No.
If you don't, we gonna kill you. Covered in the shroud.
No, I hear you. I hear what you was trying to do.
It totally made sense.
It made sense, but it was
it my Bob? Okay. Was it the Bob?
Yeah, I think it was the Bob. We'll work on that, y'all. But Savage AF is brought to you by These Two.
The gruesome twosome.
These two. All right, so make sure that y'all check us out on the podcast version of the show. All the new people that have signed up and subscribed, thank you very much. But you got to click the bell or you won't know what's going on. And as we always have, now our new mascot, Skippy the water.
The water squirrel.
The water squirrel. That's one of our new sponsors from KXLB. Thank you, guys.
It's Aqua Squirrel.
Aqua Squirrel. And you know what? He's one of the best at skiing on top of the pool. So that's our new one of our new mascots for Savage AF. Didn't know if you knew that or not. Thought I'd let y'all know.
Well, RVA Gourmet threw in I think people are with me, man. Don Shelton said Melly
Well,
Mel. I think, come on, man. Yeah, that hip hop, the hippie to the hippie, the Savage AF is the pop, don't stop and rock on the top.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know, man, I was in there. I was in the groove thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Speaking of the audience, Nicole H, Queen B, Wendy, I see you. Stacy P, I see you. Breezy JJ's keep blowing that breezes. Good humor wasted, girl. Stay wasted. And with good humor. RVA Gourmet in the building. That's my sis. What's up, girl?
Yeah, but RVA Gourmet, stop sending me naked pictures. Seriously.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with it, boy. Just add it to the collection. Donald Sheldon, I see you. Marshall Epstein, seek help soon, sir. We appreciate you though. You know what it is, y'all. We're here, y'all. Savage AF. If you don't catch us on the iTunes or the YouTubes or the Facebooks, and on Facebook we are Savage A.F. Okay, right. But also we're on the Instagrams at Savage AF Radio on IG, at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang,
and there's something else we want to let you know. Spend some money on us. You like what we do, invest. You like what we say, invest in us. And how you do that is you check out the album, Black Pedro Begins, the album. Okay, make sure you get it. You go to his website, which everybody
put it up there for you.
There you go.
Theblackpedro.com/shop. You can get Black Pedro Begins.
Right.
And then, SHANGRY is on Amazon. So
bam,
invest, my dude.
Yes. Make sure you check out the, you know what I'm saying?
In the community.
Check it out. The special is on right now. You go there, you can purchase it, you can rent it, you can share the rent, you can you could do that, you could fondle the screen. I don't care if you rub your balls on the screen, just watch it, pay for it, enjoy it, and love it. All right, that's it right there. Savage AF brought to you. Wow.
JRAMYC stepping to the mic while I standing at the corner just wasting my time. Then I realized I was the king of the rhymes. Raw. Go ahead, brother. I see you, JRA.
Right, well, maybe they are stealing you, but I think that in fact, maybe we'll have a rap battle on here. I won't be rap battling, but we'll have the crew in the feed rap battle Pedro. That's why. Yeah, that's
what we're gonna have cardboard Fridays. Bring your own cardboard. We're gonna b-boy it out. Oh man. Speaking of which, man, today is gonna be a shorter show. I gotta rush up out of here, but let's get into the show, man. Let's go ahead and do it, man. Let's get this thing going.
All right.
Since we do a show, let's do a show.
Yeah,
all right, Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro, Comedian Shang. It is July 12th, 2021.
Yes.
We're going to end with a SHANGRY, of course. The Repubs need to be prison face raped.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that's going to be about, guys. Stay tuned.
It's one of those puzzles that
it's an enigma.
You got to put together the puzzle.
It's like an escape room question or something.
Oh, yeah. That's basically what it is. So you'll see. You guys will see.
Before we get into that, Black Pedro popping today. The names change, but the game remains the same. I'm going to explain. Make sure you just stick with us, y'all. But before we get into that, I'm going to call it racist. The story of Temnit, Gebru versus Google in a battle to make AI technology ethical. Let's talk about it. But before we get into that, at ease. The final gates have come down from around the U.S. Capitol, leaving it once again exposed to a horde of cracker monkeys. We'll talk about it. But before we get into that, Savage AF, July 12, 2021, Black Pedro, Comedian Shang, fuck your feelings. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now walk it out. Now Eastside walk it out. Now Texas walk it out. Legislators walk it out.
Yeah.
So in a move to block the ratification of racist voter suppression laws in the state of Texas specifically, Texas House Democrats have left the state, which will basically delay the process and not allow the vote to occur.
Right.
Which honestly is some, pretty low down, dirty, underhanded shit to do, which is exactly what the Republicans would do. And I just got to say, It's about motherfucking time.
Democrats.
God damn. Hell yeah, man. Shit.
Hey,
dirty, nigga.
You know
Play
what?
dirty in this bitch.
If you're gonna do this shit, do this shit. In fact, I got some footage that happened right before they walked out. I like to share it with you. It was pretty crazy.
Where you going, motherfucker? Get off me.
They was
off me.
You get off me, you goddamn dirty Republican. But
by the way,
I mean,
watch the movie Train Spotting if you've never seen it. That was from that movie Train Spotting. Yeah. So basically, in order to block this Republican-led vote, the Democratic minority in the state of Texas, like they bounced. I think they got on some jets and some things like that. People are wondering, well, how much should that cost the jets? And bitch, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Get out. Run. Now the governor could just call another special session once this timeline expires. But they've already expressed, the Democrats that is, that they are willing to do this 10, 12 times. It don't matter. Like, keep doing it. Move. represent Texas from
okay.
Maine.
Yeah, and also that if you look at the Democratic Party, even though they're a bunch of pussies, and I think they all are kind of people that dry snitch on their mother. They would dry snitch on their moms. They all, the only ones that's walking out, the governor can't walk out.
RVA Gourmet hit him with the low blow. Speaking of walking out, the governor cannot walk it out, though. Yeah, we all know Governor Abbott, Texas, wheelchair bound. He needs a long roll off a short ramp. But yes, sorry, Shane, continue. Sorry.
No. I really thank you.
That comment got me, RVA. Yeah, that was a zinger.
Yeah, that was it right there. I mean, in fact, you know what? That fact you said that, it's crazy that you would say that at that moment. We have footage of him actually trying to catch up with the Democrats. A lot of times, Savage AF brings you some real amazing shit. Is that news? We don't have the budget for the music, but we do have him. Yeah, here we go.
Oh man, that shouldn't be a thing that's so funny, but it is. That's when attached to Greg Abbott. Whoever is in that GIF, I'm sorry, but if that was Abbott, yes. But that being said, I think we've gotten to that point. And it's funny because, I think we've said it many times on the show that the Democrats need to play hardball. And, this is a pretty hard, at least left nut. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
you know what?
Maybe this, left nut. Because
a left nut. But I still think they should do even more shit. Just absolutely go full ham on them. I think they should go full ham and just start really,
like you want a laying of the hands in the legislature?
Yeah, I mean, it's just sometimes they seem like they're waiting for them to start, and they're just not going to deal with you. I don't know what you're thinking about. You need to do it from the top rope, bitches.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But this is a sort of top rope move. It's like
it's a top rope move.
Like,
right.
you want to vote in some racist voter suppression? Bouncing, bitch. We out. Yeah. And I'm out of here.
Yeah, and the Republicans is like, guys, where you going? Come on, guys.
They're like, but this is one of those situations where Republicans hypocritically are going to be like, they can't use our tactics against us. Those are like our tactics, man.
Right. We're the ones that walk out. We tried to work with you. This is,
avoidance of a vote is like what we do, and like, right. They can't do that, man. It's not fair, bro.
What's up, Pamela Knox in the building?
I see.
You know what it is? JR NYC. What do you mean? Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
I think he was referring maybe to
I know.
His wheelchair drop joint. I didn't even realize they had a wheelchair emoji, or a Greg Abbott emoji, a governor of Texas emoji, but that's what it is.
Well, it happened. It happened. Play the nurse on the way out.
Yeah. Evelyn Gatlin, I see you. So yeah, I'm just really, really, really happy to see the Democrats starting to play like some true hardball bullshit, low down dirty. Hey, that's not fair. I don't give a fuck type of politics.
Because basically,
that's where we've been for a while.
Yeah, they're going to affect the way that we vote for a long, long time, and black people are already fighting in the Supreme Court that's getting stuff that turned over back to 1900s when we were slaves and shit like that. And that's why everybody black got this look on their face, like, really, really, motherfucker.
But these kind of battles might have to occur state to state. I think there are 48 different states that have like almost 400 different bills, 380 something bills on out there. So to try and limit access to voting, which will affect blacks, browns, old people,
old,
disabled
young
people, like just these certain marginalized groups. So
Black Puerto Ricans and Haitians,
right? Because you have these Joe Manchins and Kristen Cinemas and things like that who are what are they, dinos, Democrats in name only, and we can't count on these motherfuckers for the National Voting Right Act of any kind.
Oh, he's so
these battles might have to stay on the state level, and I'm happy to see these Texas Dems initiate a true battle, man. So we got to move on, but I'm really, really happy to see them do that.
I mean, what we basically got to do is I hope that some of the Democrats and the one black Republican, because we only got one black Republican, hopefully he's playing a game or something. Hopefully this one black Republican is siding with them.
Go ahead, sir.
And then he's going.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then he's gonna be on our side.
Hilarious.
I doubt it though.
Bad Boys 2, if you haven't seen it.
If you haven't
ram your head into the wall.
Yeah.
All right, man. We're gonna move on. Speaking of battles, I believe on January 6th, just like 6 months ago or so, there was quite a battle, and it was at the Capitol of the United States, where Congress is housed, both houses, the House of Representatives and the Senate.
Yes.
And a horde of orc-like cracker monkeys, as I call them.
Right.
I'm gonna.
They attacked the Capitol.
They attacked the Capitol.
This is actually various footage of the situation that happened, where they attacked the Capitol in a way where they're trying to act like there was no cameras or no footage seen of these cracker monkeys.
They tried to overthrow the government, and
period. The end.
The Constitution, and prevent the certification of Joseph Robinette Biden as the 46th president of the United States, and Kamala Davy Harris as his vice president. So, and all of this was overseen by Trump's vice president, Michael Fly in my hair Pence. Yes. So, all that being said, as a result of the horde of orc cracker monkeys that stormed the Capitol, a lot of fencing was put up, many barriers were put up, a perimeter was set up, blocks around the Capitol,
but now
with several layers, and over the months they've peeled back, but now today gone. the last of the fences are gone.
They're gone, and they're open and free to go. They're open and free to go. Let me tell you something that is absolutely ridiculous, that they're opening this up and not leaving them up. There is still chatter, talk of another insurrection. They are already talking about different targets that they're going to attack, different capitals in different states by August, when they think Trump is going to be reinstated as president. So if you hear this and you're the FBI and you know all this chatter's going on, and you know that the Capitol was exposed before, why in the holy hell fuck would you take those motherfuckers down?
Now, they say that the USCP, the United States Capitol Police, are now empowered with better response capabilities to potential attacks. But like you say, Shane, it's obvious, I should say, that these attempts are continuous and ongoing and current right now, right? They're perpetual. They're perpetual.
Right. And no, I was gonna say no. And what more fucking evidence do you need? We have the footage of people laying on the ground and people getting shot. It's just crazy. How do you act like you don't know this is the scary situation?
So the optimist in me is hoping that, oh, well, maybe this is some kind of, you know, luring, you know what I mean? A sort of a trap that's being set where it's like, oh, you make yourself look weak. This is Sun Tzu. You know, you play weak when you're strong, and you play strong when you're weak. So maybe they're trying to lure in the cracker monkeys. I mean, we've done stories about, you know, how they've exposed plots, and, you know, they're monitoring these guys who have been patrolling the Capitol, even in the you know, subsequent months after the insurrection. So maybe they're, you know, pulling down the gates to try and see who comes out, and maybe they're ready for it, or maybe they're just being fucking stupid. I'm not
right. I'm thinking the latter. I'm gonna think the latter, everybody in the feed, but I'm thinking, like Pedro said, it's the Optimus in him, but for me, it's the Optimus Prime. They're waiting. We're waiting to have them come in so we can stab them through the chest.
I mean, for me, in my mind, it's a possibility. It's a thing. Yeah. It's like they're saying, well, we're better prepared now. Okay. I mean, maybe, I don't know. Maybe they got some kind of sky laser. Maybe they're going to use the Jewish space lasers.
Maybe that's it.
The cracker.
You understand? No, but the level of incompetence. I am never surprised by the level of brilliance, but the level of incompetence that we've seen in the government. Now, I'm not saying at the same damn time.
Being smart, being stupid at the same damn time.
This is the shit that the people in the feed. I want to see what you comment about this, and we see a lot of people. Yeah, all right. Let's see. RV Gourmet says it used to be very desirable job. Well,
I think she means being a Capitol police officer.
Yeah, but not anymore. But no, I wanted to see what you think. The bottom line is, I think it is absolute more incompetence on. It's not the Democrats taking it serious enough. The Republicans obviously wanted to be lax because they invite another insurrection because they feel like they didn't. You got to think over 116 of these bitches think that Trump's still president. Yeah. Get him! It's open! Go ahead, run in!
Charge!
That's what they're doing. So I think that the Republicans are happy about this, that they're inviting that in, and I just feel like that's why we need Optimus Prime.
Miss No Slick Name, I see you in the building, girl. Welcome to the show. Pop that. You know what to do. Yeah, man. So while the Democrats legislatively are starting to play hardball, I think physically and logistically, the Capitol might be in a false sense of security. Although, you know, these groups are being monitored, I think, more closely. I think they've broken up quite a few plots since then, and you know, I think these guys are being watched, and maybe that's why they're letting the gates down. But this also could be a very, very huge mistake. Like I think, like you mentioned earlier, there's still this faction that believes that Trump is going to be reinstated in August.
There's a huge faction. It's actually a huge faction. You got to think 86% of Republicans, 86% of Republicans, and yes, you can look the number up, are down with this bullshit. They're down with this bullshit. And, you know, the people that believe the big lie really, really, really are into the big lie. They just had a conference this past weekend where they were talking all kind of crazy shit. You know, Ted Cruz with his old suck up ass. I ain't never seen somebody perpetually have some other man shit on their face from your head being up their ass. And he's been up fucking Trump.
He loves it.
He loves that Trump poo-poo on your face. But I mean, it's just they already saying crazy shit though.
All right, man. So speaking of crazy shit, and you know, I think it's funny. We know that our devices listen to us. I got a little Apple Watch here. I get notifications from Fox News just to see the headlines that come through. Rarely do I click on an article from them, but I just want to see the headlines. And in the midst of this conversation, I thought it was funny that Fox News killer lightning bolt wipes out crowds taking selfies at a popular tourist spot. Or was it Jewish lasers at the U.S. Capitol? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Maybe this was a test laser. Okay, popular tourist spot sounds like the U.S. Capitol. Okay, right. Crowds taking selfies sounds like the insurrection. Okay, maybe it was a test run, bro. Maybe look. Can I put it up? If I flick my watch.
Oh yeah, I don't.
It's a real thing. It's gonna look backwards to y'all, maybe, but
I just had my robot watch on today. This is my robot watch. This
is that your Decepticon, your Transformer joint?
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you right now because I don't know where I put my. I'm charging my Apple, not my Apple, whatever watch, Garmin. The bottom line is, I never trusted AI because AI.
AI.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna move on, y'all. Temnit Gebru is her name. I'm pretty sure I butchered that.
Yeah, I think that that sounds pretty close.
America is bad. She's Ethiopian. I can bring in a picture of her while we start talking about it. But
yeah, definitely.
I got one set up. But she, a refugee from the 1998 civil war in Ethiopia, immigrated to Ireland, not to this country directly, but eventually ended up in the tech world as a sort of leader of a group within Google that was meant to investigate the downside to the development of certain AI technologies. Within that, she began to notice racist tendencies within algorithms. Okay. And here's a picture of her, Temnit Gebru. Let me see. Let me pull this up here. And I'm getting this from Wired, an article from Wired. But in 2016, ProPublica reported that a recidivism risk algorithm called Compass, used widely in courtrooms across the country, made more false predictions that Black people would reoffend than it did for white people.
Wow.
I'm going to skip a little bit ahead in the article. In 2015, Gebru got her first glimpse of the worldwide community of AI researchers at the field's top conference. It's called NIPS in Montreal. She noticed immediately how male and white it was. At a Google party, she was intercepted by a group of strangers in Google research t-shirts who treated the presence of a Black woman as a titillating photo op. Okay, so both.
Wow.
Those were just glimpses, and please go to Wired and you can look her up. Temnit Gebru. The name is on the TEMNIT Gebru. She both saw algorithmically, digitally and physically within the space of AI and technology, racism. And ultimately produced a paper that began to point that out and Google's role in it, in this sort of new wave of AI technology that's coming. And Google was like, yeah, can you take our name, your name, and everybody who worked on this name off of this? And she's like, well, no, not without telling me who said I should do that. And they were like, but you fired. Right. Essentially, they say she resigned. She's like, nah, son. She gave them a two scenario sort of ultimatum. Like, either tell me who did this, then who said I should do this, then I'll take my name off of it, and then leave once my team is, appropriately set up.
Right. But
or fuck all y'all. But essentially, what I'm getting to is that we're looking at a potential like even the computers will be racist in the future.
Well,
And
you know what?
I'm like, bro, I can't deal with race bots.
Wait, hold
Like
up. You know
we
what?
can outrun these white boys, but
Here
race
go.
bots.
Here's
Nigga.
the. This one is stabbing black
Yeah,
pictures of black people.
Yeah, he's practicing on Negro. Just
Okay, but I mean, I always thought that if you do a search for beautiful black, I mean, you beautiful women, and you look at the imagery, it is all white folks. If you look at smart, if you Google smart, if you smart, it's all white males, and and also killer robots. I don't know if you knew those exist, but they do. But or robots that throw up gang signs, which I didn't even know that there was gang robots. But
gang.
yeah, but I mean, but no, that's what it is. If you look at it, a lot of stuff online, do it. In fact, everybody on here, Google it and watch what comes up.
Nicole H says it. The robots are programmed. RVA Gourmet adds on, the program can only be as good as the programmer and the developer. And you know what Gebru saw when she attended these conferences. At the next conference, the article goes on to say she I think they're out of 8,500 participants and attendees. She counted 6 other black people that she already knew. So the lack of diversity in that realm, and because you got to understand that AI believes, or the belief behind AI is that algorithms will eventually be able to solve all problems. That's what they believe. You know, it's like playing Moneyball. If you ever watched the movie and how the A's used algorithm and you know, math to put together a non-star team that was successful, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, they use it. There's all
like they think that's going to solve everything, but like if computers are like Negroes are the problem, eventually, nigga, your microwave is going to attack you one day, and I'm like, what the fuck does your thermostat is just gonna, you know?
I just
release
don't
carbon monoxide and kill all the niggas in the house.
Like, you got to think, if you're a drunk programmer and you're drunk, then you might end up making robots that are drunk.
Yep, like nigga, hey, pass me some more motor oil, cause I'll be good.
Dog.
So I mean, it goes to say that in a realm dominated by white men who have most likely had no contact experience with cultures outside of their own, are going to end up creating machines that skew towards them, that in court say that, oh, white people are less likely to re-incriminate themselves, to reproduce crime, but black people are more likely to. And we know that we know that's just not like an inherent
right. Black people aren't inherently violent. We have patches of violence because you put any animal in a bucket, crab, kangaroo, bunny, it'll scratch the other bunnies up until it can get space. So that's the same situation. But no, right now AI is some scary shit. The fact that these people are programming it, and the people that are programming it are basically white males. You know,
Albie Fuller, we see you in the building. Damani Jones.
And this is, and I don't mean to, if there's anyone white in the feed, I just want you to know, white males that probably didn't get a lot of pussy, or like the black chick, wasn't getting checked by her, and he said, oh, I'll get you back in the future. And then they build a robot to go back in time and kill Keisha's mama. So
it's like a racist Rick and Morty's or some shit.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, think about it.
But you know, we might have to log off because I think my laptop might attack me tonight. I don't know what's up, but it was an interesting story to get into, and you know, this black woman, this African, she is battling a tech giant essentially over the ethics of AI that they don't want to admit, because you know they're trying to police themselves, but when you get the results, they're like, what? Our computers aren't racist. Kill that bitch, that black bitch, that nigger African bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's that kind of thing that is being dealt with right now in the AI tech realm.
Right. And
We
you
get,
know what? It's halfway through the show, but Savage JF is the one that brings it to you.
no,
And
we're way less than halfway through the show, or way more
because
than
we're doing
halfway.
shorter. We're
I
way
gotta
halfway
go
through
shorter
the
today.
show.
So
Okay, so but before we jump into this next one, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit us on iTunes, Stitcher, Slacker, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Spotify. You see, I'm going to go really fast, and make sure you do this. Next topic.
Cloud, say it loud.
All right.
You know we black and we proud. Rah.
Ooh.
The rhyme's just getting better, y'all. All right, man. We're gonna move on. As we move on, we're gonna do it a little something like this.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey. With another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Hey. It's your boy Black Pedro with another pop-in to let you know what's poppin'. All right, man. So the names change, but the game remains the same. Right now across the United States, there is a significant movement to get names changed of sites, locations. There are so many places in America with the name like Negro in them. You know what I mean? What is it like?
What?
Sorry. In Vermont, I'm looking for the name of this one town. It's called like Negroville or like, listen, I think we've all seen them, right? Like these places that have these weird names, even more obscure ones like Lynchburg in Virginia, which is like an homage to Willie Lynch and the art of lynching a Negro.
Right.
There is this movement to change, a lot of these names so that they don't keep bringing up this racist history and and keep reminding us of that hurtful, painful part of our past.
Wow.
But I'm also, sort of in question of like, what does it mean for our future? Because like, what's the point of changing the names of these towns that they might be called Negro Falls, shit like that.
Suppress a Niggerville.
Or just Niggerville, USA, as a big boy would say. But obviously the term Negro refers to black, and black has always had a negative connotation, right? Like, and it was a white MC back in the day who said this, but black cats, bad luck, bad guys that wear black. It must have been a white guy who started all that. Black is bad. White is by definition is the presence of all color, and black is devoid of any color at all or light. By sort of, definition, depending on whose dictionary you're looking at, who wrote the dictionary. So I don't want to bring this up to say that, there should be towns called, Negro land or whatever.
Right.
But that we, just keep in mind that we need these symbolic changes as well as real physical, logistical changes to our system. So, while I'm all for the statues coming down in Charlottesville,
right,
which was sort of the spark of the whole Jews will not replace us cracker rally that occurred. They're bringing down. They already brought down the statue of Robert E. Lee over this past weekend, and I believe Stonewall Jackson is coming down next. That's important. But also the ideals, the actions and legislature, the mentalities have to be brought down too.
Agreed.
So while the names might change, without, other greater steps, the game will remain the same, which is to suppress, oppress, repress, depress, and just press our fucking necks into the ground until we're not a story. So that's my pop-in for today, man. Shane, take us away or add to this and then flow into what you're gonna do.
I just want to just say that obviously some of the names should be taken down. I mean, Lynchburg is, wow, that's so fucking obvious, it's ridiculous. So I think we should have, or anything, keep the names and we should have names too. We should rename towns. Knock a nigga outville should be named, and then knock a cracker outville. See what I'm saying? We put the cracker in there. Or Cracker Barrel should be called, Cracker Barrel. We should keep that one Cracker Barrel. I'm just saying,
just so we know not to go
to Cracker Barrel. I think we should be, we should definitely have kick a hunky down the steps, suburb. I mean, if we're gonna do that, let's name a lot of detrimental, beat the shit out of white people names, and if we're gonna do it.
I'm gonna form my own neighborhood called I Wish a Nigga Woods.
Right.
I wish a nigga woods. You're welcome to my forest of hate. All right, Miss Adverb says Waffle House. I'm assuming these are places that also need name changes. Magic City. She's random today, y'all. She might be drinking. Church's Chicken.
I think. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
By the way, back home in Detroit, ate a lot of Church's Chicken. That was kind of our go-to back then. Not afraid to admit the corn.
No, I did. You know what? Another thing is, I think some of this stuff is so futile. Sometimes we're fighting over shit that, we should be fighting over the core and then change the names, not change the name and then they still arresting black men for walking the wrong direction on the sidewalk. So it's like, part of me's like, I get it, but part of me's like, whatever, right?
Yeah,
that's what I feel. All right, I'm gonna tell you what mine is before we get out of here. Mine is gonna be very short, sweet, and it's pretty basic. And for the people that can't figure this out, wow. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Listen, I know that people say maybe that's a little too much and extremes. No, the Republicans need to be prison face raped until they understand you're working for us and you're not working for your fucking self. I know Democrats have a lot of blue dog Democrats, but goddamn it, the Republicans keep showing their ass. They keep putting out the big lie, and all of them need to eat a giant dick. They really do. They really do need to eat a dick. No, in fact, fuck it. They need to eat a whole bushel of dicks. I mean, they're absolutely horrible. And and the women, this is the wild part. The women that you would think have empathy and some kind of humanity, they're just as bad too. If you look at Marjorie Taylor Greene, that silverback bitch who she definitely needs to be prison raped to the point where one of her cheeks actually swells up from the dick stains that is left on it. But even the women, I feel like they need to be they need to be.
What is this a scene of?
I have no idea, but I like it. These should be the Republican women. And I know you're saying, why would you say that? Because they're led by the person I think that should eat all the dicks in the world. Yeah, McCarthy. Absolute piece of shit, liar. The Republicans who are basically, I don't know, this is his butt plug. This is Trump's butt plug that think that they're working for America.
Anal tampon is what.
Anal tampon, exactly. This doofus, this person that absolutely, there's a book coming out right now that he was far more incompetent, and yet they still follow him. They still buy into the big lie, which is amazing that we still actually have these people saying, no, nothing to see here. None of this happened except for the chick that got shot in the chest when she tried to come through the door. Blow, blow, bitch. I know you've been shot on your chest before, but that was from an ex-lover. But now,
rockabye, Babbitt.
Yeah, exactly. So I really do believe that the Republicans want that smoke. I really think that if you want to act like that, we should bring it back like this. And we should have more Democrats that go harder in the paint, because the Republicans are pieces of shit. There is no gray area. I'm going to end this right now. There's no gray area about how much a piece of shit they are. The fact that they still voted to say that Biden's not president. The fact that they're trying to actually suppress the voting rights for people of color because they don't like fairness, because they know they can't win fairly. The fact that they did lose the fucking popular vote year after year after year, because guess what? Most of Americans don't agree with your bitch ass, but yet you want to be the minority, take over the majority, because you've been the majority for a long time in this country, and you're slowly becoming the minority because you're getting bred out, because for some reason black sperm seems to be stronger and changes your whole fucking disposition, you bitches. So yeah, I said it, black sperm, because one drop of black blood. That was
my impression of black sperm, just swimming.
So apparently you're afraid of having equality in this country. You're afraid of having an equal fucking, stance for everybody. So fuck you, feed you rocks, and take you swimming. End of the day, eat as many bags of dicks as possible. And I hope that the Republicans one day, metaphorically, I don't necessarily mean just violence to their family and friends. Yeah, dude, fuck that. Y'all need to be face raped. Because of the shit you pulling now with the big lie and all the shit you're trying to do to get the midterms and to try to take over the fucking, the White House with this dirty cunt orange fuck stick that you follow will not be tolerated. And the Republicans need to step up, step out, and start throwing hands. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Boom. Savage AF, wanted to get that off my chest. For the people that don't know, now you know. Make sure that you check us out. Follow at Black Pedro. Make sure you follow at Comedian Shang. Also, if you get a chance, you happen to be in the North Hollywood area, we are doing a Savage AF Live. That's right, Savage AF Live at the Comedy Chateau. Let them know what we're going to be doing there, Mr. Pedro. I don't know why I did a slave voice. Mr. Pedro.
We're gonna jokerify the building Saturday, August 28th, 7:30 p.m. Man, the Eventbrite is up already. We're gonna start sending out links very soon, but it's all about seeds, impressions. You know what I'm saying?
Impressions.
We're giving you impressions right now. Just letting you know. August 28th, Saturday, 7:30 p.m. We're gonna literally tear down the chateau. We're gonna build it back up. I mean, my mama taught me put things back the way you found them. So, but we are gonna tear it down. So, and
there's also going to be some special guests. It's going to be a good time, goddammit. We're going to party.
I'm so happy.
So I didn't know CeeLo could dance that.
No, he looks like C lower. I was just just like a little step down.
A little bit like
C lower.
What the fuck was that?
Yeah.
So yeah, make sure you check us out. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We appreciate y'all. We will be back. Now, I might not be back tomorrow because I got to fly back out to Vegas.
Okay.
And it took me 8 hours to get from Vegas yesterday. 8 hours.
Oh yeah, no, the traffic is
coming back.
Heinous.
But we will still be here because Pedro represents all day, every day. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The entire rest of the week, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then Fridays, we are 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We will see you then. Thank y'all for being the coolest motherfucking. You know what? Y'all the coolest motherfucking crew anytime. And if I was
the most righteous,
righteous, yes. And Miss Adverb, we love the fact that you're the bishop now. I wonder what the fuck you'll be next time. All right. Savage AF, we're going to talk to y'all tomorrow. I want some pussy tomorrow. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's not how it went.
I don't think that's how it went. All right, y'all. We out.
Late.